All right, guys, welcome back. So let's talk about Bitcoin. All right, guys, so this will be a very short video on Bitcoin. We'll try and keep it short and sweet in this video. So far, Bitcoin has managed to stage a nice little rally here, and at the moment we're seeing a pullback, currently a pullback to the averages, to the 21 daily moving average here. However, the time frame which interests me the most is the weekly time frame, the longer term time frame, for reasons I've explained before in the previous videos. In my most recent videos, I explained that as long as Bitcoin continues to remain and protect itself above these levels, so I said as long as Bitcoin remains above these two levels of support, which are market structural levels at the 30,066 to 28,600 levels, as long as Bitcoin remains above these levels, then we're still in a bull market. In other words, there is no bear market unless Bitcoin falls below these levels. And so far, Bitcoin has managed to remain above these levels of support, these key structural levels on the charts here. So far so good. We've seen a rally back. We've seen a rally and a bounce back to the 21 weekly moving average here. However, as you can see, that rally, that little bounce, it went a little bit above the 21 weekly, but you can see it went back below it again. So you can see it's not a very convincing or persuasive move above the 21 weekly moving average. And in case you're not familiar with why the 21 weekly average matters, please watch my previous video where I explained this. In my previous video on Bitcoin, you may recall that in the year 2018, after the crash of 2017, we saw, for example, how in 2018, it tried several times to climb above the 21 weekly average. Bitcoin tried several times to bounce back above the 21 weekly average, and each time it failed. It kept moving above it and then falling back down again, kept moving above it and falling back down again. And those failed rallies were signs of a potential bear market. Now again, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen here on Bitcoin right now. We don't know that. It's a possibility and a risk. However, for now, all I'm saying is, look, Bitcoin has managed to bounce back to the 21 weekly. The question is, can we now see a convincing and a persuasive move that goes above the 21 weekly average? That's the blue line you see on my chart. So far, Bitcoin went above it slightly, but then has now moved back below it again. So again, as long as Bitcoin continues to remain below the 21 weekly average, the situation looks a bit uncertain at the moment here. So I think we have to wait and see how the week closes. I think the next couple of weeks could be very important for Bitcoin, whether we can see bulls pushing it back above the 21 weekly and presumably increasing the probability of a bull market continuation. I think if in the next week or so, Bitcoin can successfully move above and stay above the 21 weekly average here, then the odds, the probabilities could increase that we could see an uptrend bull market continuation, for example, towards previous levels. But again, at the moment here, all we can see is a bounce back. Again, a nice bounce, a nice little rally back to the 21 weekly average. Let's see what happens by the end of the week and by the next couple of weeks. And that should be very interesting indeed. All right, guys, I just want to let you know, tomorrow I'm doing a very important members webinar on the Dow theory. In case you're not aware, the Dow theory is one of the most important ways to analyze charts, especially the charts of stock markets. And I'm interviewing tomorrow one of the leading experts on the Dow theory. And the guys you see here are Jack Shanep and Manuel Bly of the Dow theory. And the way they apply the Dow theory has consistently been beating the market. In fact, they have outperformed the stock markets based on the version that they're using on the Dow theory. And tomorrow, guys, I shall be interviewing Manuel Bly, the co-editor of the Dow theory newsletter, and I shall be asking him tomorrow exactly how he goes about analyzing charts, especially how he uses the Dow theory. It's going to be very interesting, and we're going to find out some of the secrets to the way they apply this methodology to the charts. It's going to be very interesting. So guys, join me tomorrow in this live and educational webinar on the Dow theory. That's 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. UK time. If you would like to become a member, the link to join is right there. I look forward to seeing you in the next video update. Thanks very much indeed. Bye for now.